In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your custom audience based on your mailing list. Now, this video is recorded separately from the other video on how to create your custom audience for the purpose of doing retargeting, because there's a chance that you are starting out brand new and I don't expect you to have a list if you're just starting out. However, if you've already been in business for some time, you have a list of your customers somewhere, it could be a database, and especially their email address, then guess what? You have a massive advantage where with it, you can not only run advertisements straight to your existing list of subscribers and customers, you can also create a look-alike audience. And what does look-alike audience mean is that with the data that you give to Facebook, Facebook can then run through it and then seek out other similar customers or similar people like the email addresses that you give. Okay, so that's how amazing this whole Facebook marketing technology is, and it's just going to get better throughout time. All right, so let's not waste any time. I'm going to show you how this is done. Again, this is only for you if you already have a mailing list of some kind, where there's all the customer details and all that. Now, typically, how do you know that you have enough? Is that you should have at least 1,000 email addresses and above for this whole thing to make sense. All right, so the more you have, the better, so that Facebook can fine-tune it. And if you have less than that, I think you can give it a go somehow, but it's better to have at least 1,000 email addresses and above for you to take full advantage of this feature. Okay, so let's not waste any time. Let's go to create audience, custom audience, and then we're going to select customer file. All right. Now, there are a few options here. If you're using MailChimp, then obviously you choose this, but most of the time you'll be using this add customers from your own file or copy and paste data. Okay. So over here, you are expected to upload your CSV or text file. Now, whether you're using Aweber, GetResponse, or any autoresponder service, you can import the CSV file. So the CSV file includes all the data of your subscribers or your customers. So incidentally, I have one that I would like to add right now, and I'm doing this example for you. So I'm going to click Upload File, and this is the CSV file that I had just downloaded from my Aweber account for a particular list. This is a local mailing list. I'm going to add it in, and then okay, you can give it a name. So right now it's in gibberish. It's better to give it a proper name, so I'm going to call it subscribers Happy Ads Local, and that's the source of this subscribers data. Okay, people that subscribe to Happy Ads Local, bracket Malaysia, because this is a local business. Okay, so I forgot original data source. Select the origin of this upload can be from customers and partners, direct from customers. So since mine is direct, I'm going to choose this one. Okay, and that's true because Facebook does not like spam at all, and you don't want to ruin the don't try to game the system. That's what I'm saying. Okay, direct from customers. Now this button is selectable. Let's click next, and then over here, now don't panic when you see this. Okay, basically what it's trying to do is it's trying to make sense of what the names are about. So the names, okay, you just want to match the data to all these things that Facebook has picked up. So this looks like names. I'm going to call it first name. Message number, this is not important, it's not correct, so do not upload anything that doesn't make sense. We just don't upload it. Okay, so I'm just not going to upload this as well. I'm going to leave almost all this alone. This is IP address. Okay, there's no such thing as IP address here. Okay, web form, let's leave that alone. Country is correct. This is a city. Okay, I'm going to put city, that's correct. Postal code, let's choose zip postal code. Now, the more data you give to Facebook, the better it is, right? But if your autoresponder doesn't capture any of this, then that's okay. You just want to make sure that the details are matched up, all right? And for the record, I use Aweber. I think it's quite reasonably good enough for most beginners, and I've been using it for a long time. So what we have here is 5 columns are mapped and will be uploaded. Okay, let's click upload and create. It's going to take a while depending on how big the list is. And this is only half the list right now, like 489 entries. So again, like I said, it's better to have at least 1,000 and above. And I just add this throughout time. All right. So there you go. This is how you add your customers or your subscriber list to Facebook. And with this, you can start. You can see there's some suggestions here already. You can create an ad to target these people right away, or you can create a look-alike audience, which I'm going to share in a separate video. Let's click done, and we're done here. Alright, let's recap. So far, I had created a custom audience, which are the people from my mailing list, and I've added this on Facebook's audiences. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do here right now is we're going to create what we call a look-alike audience. And what this means again is that right now, all this while we've been using detailed interests for our targeting. That's all the very standard keywords that we've been putting into the ads manager all this while. Okay, now we can up the game by having Facebook now search through its network of other people that are similar to the customers or the subscribers that you have just uploaded here. I mean, isn't it just amazing? So for example, if you are running an e-commerce business and you're selling cosmetics, all right, or women beauty products, for example, okay, and you've already got more than 1,000 people like that, and you add all this database to Facebook, and what Facebook does is that it will run through this existing mailing list that you have here and try to look for people like that. Isn't that just wonderful? So this is how you can actually expand and scale your business to the next level when you start making some money and you get some profits, and of course you build your list along the way. So again, remember that Facebook is just a third-party platform. It's amazing and all that, but in the end you want to have more control, and that's why I want you to build your own list and you have your own medium to control as well. Okay, so I talk a lot more about that in my email marketing training program, but that's going to be something else. Okay, so let's get going with this one. If you remember this, in fact, I had created some lookalike audience in the past. Let me just show you this one really quick. Here, I'm going to just go to edit. Okay, so on the left here, you see that the audience name is called lookalike NZ. NZ stands for New Zealand at 1% for a particular main list, all right? And the size is 32,000. So this is called a lookalike. Now, if you don't understand the terminology just yet, that's okay. I don't expect you to catch everything in one go. And like I said many a times throughout this whole training, practice makes perfect. So you know what? Let's go create a lookalike audience right now by going to the top left, select lookalike audience, and we're going to choose a source. All right. So what we do here is that there are many types of sources that we can go around here. We can go to other sources, and I'm going to type in the word subscribers FB Ads local. That was the one I had just created just now. Okay, so this will be the source. And location, now you can name any country that you want. So for example, mine, I'm going to have it here in Malaysia because this is a local mailing list and I'll find people similar to that. Although you can find people like that in other countries as well. But right now I'm just going to put Malaysia because for this particular list, I'm having only people within the country. All right. Next time, if you want to find similar people like that in other countries like United States and all that, you can go ahead, but I recommend you just put one country over here and no more than that. So if I do this, for example, all right, please don't do this, okay? This is not the way you should do it. Just keep it to one country. And next one, you see there's this thing called audience size, all right? And if you don't understand what this means, well, if you check this out, that there's like from 0 to 10%. So what this does is that basically the lower the number, like the 1%, it shows like the closest proximity match to your source. So this being the closest, this being the furthest, all right? But I recommend you just start off with 1% right now. Very simple. And let's check out the advanced options. Okay, maybe just create one type of audience, okay? This is all we need right now. I'll show you how to do it, okay? Select advanced option, we're going to put 0 to 1%. Okay, let's leave it alone and click create audience. Okay, so we have just created a lookalike audience based on 1% close match to this mailing list. All right. Again, like I said many a times, the bigger the list you have, the better it is, so it's more targeted. But it seems like I'm able to make do with just below 500 email addresses. But the more you have, the better it is. Okay, so. But don't just stop here though. It's better to just have a few more. Some people even do it up to 10%. That's okay. I'll show you how to do it again. So let's click on create audience, lookalike audience, and let's choose the source again. Practice makes perfect. Let's do it. Let's choose the same one again. Subscribers at FB Ads local. Location will be Malaysia. All right. Or the respective country that you want to target. Let's choose advanced options. Number of audience will be 1, and it's going to be between 1 to 2%. So what this means now compared to the other lookalike audience we just created, we're going to look at this particular affinity where you're now looking at the 2%. So we're just going to create audience and we're done here. Okay, so we've got 2% going on. All right, so you know what, let's just do one more for practice. Let's just do one more and let's be sure about it. Okay, I'm going to repeat the process. So I'm going to put number one audience here and let's put this to between 2 to 3%. Okay, so let's just get going. And there we go. So we have a total of 3 different lookalike audiences. And with this, you can actually run a different ad set to different groups of people here. And this way, you can find out which group might be more responsive to your ads or who's buying or who's opting into your list. All right. So the way you start running the ads is actually very, very similar. That's how you do it. Okay. So I'm not going to keep this long. That's how easy it is. And just keep practicing. You'll get better with it and you'll understand better as well.